Hi, I'm Suzanne Tick here at Tick Studio, and I'm so excited to share our May 2022 collection, Fabric of Space, with you. Our 2022 narrative, We're All Connected by a Common Thread, adjoins Luum's three collections together, allowing Tick Studio's ideas to build and blend from collection to collection. All space originates from the same molecular source. When we think about space, it's the space between walls, the interior spaces we design and inhabit together, but it's also the larger idea of outer space, the exterior space, where the stars, the galaxy, and the superclusters are. Our relationship to the world around us and to one another is delicately interconnected, and that which is reflected outside is also reflected inside. We see this when we study the synapses of our brain and how closely they resemble a snapshot of the galaxies. With its multidimensional networks of layers and patterns, Fabric of Space mirrors the structural building blocks of our universe from the most outwardly to the most grounded. Starting with the outermost part of the universe, we have Emergent, which is like none other in the Luum line. This has a graphic, almost tweed-like organic texture with a speckled surface that is reminiscent of the abundance of stars in the night sky. It's so dreamy. It combines renewable and recycled yarns into a new hybrid material with an incredible tactile hand that took us over 2.5 years to develop here at Tick Studio. This is a very special fabric. Using a needle punch technology, a highly unique and tactile surface was created when color contrasting boucle cotton loops emerged through the surface of the smooth and heathered wool blend face. Emergent contains 45% cotton, 40% recycled wool, 10% recycled polyester, 3% recycled acrylic, and 2% recycled nylon. This upholsters beautifully on the curves of furniture, has 50,000 plus cycles on the Martindale scale, is reach regulation compliant, and comes in 11 luxurious color combinations. Next is Formwork. Formwork's iridescent nature resembles star trails and constellations in the night sky. Unique in its weave structures and visually arresting when upholstered, Formwork's three-color pattern is a unique take on a classic jacquard twill. Within its linear weave structure, there's a subtle organic movement created through a scientific approach to color, creating a structural iridescence in the 12 colorways. Depending on the angle, the light activates the pattern and creates a suede-like effect on the surface, not that dissimilar to looking at the Milky Way. Formwork's multi-purpose nature enhances the form of furniture for upholstery, wrap walls, panels, and screens. It's bleach cleanable and contains partially recycled polyester fibers to maintain the ideal performance characteristics for the flexible spaces of today. So mental health has been a real issue, and acoustics play a pivotal role in our emotional and sensorial experience in a space. Spectral Array's organic pattern reflects the vibrational sensitivity of sounds we all feel as we readjust to new environments, ways of communicating and listening. This multicolor, large-scale pattern takes inspiration from spectrograms, which are diagrams that map the amplitude of light and sound waves emitted during a physical event, such as the firing of neurons in the brain. Through using independent moments of chenille and slub yarns, the two materials collage together, creating a greater whole and brings a balance of energy and calmness to a space. Spectral Array is made of 100% bleach cleanable, high UV polyester, and each of the 8 colorways has a unique light fastness between 400 and 1200 hours, far greater than the typical light fastness standard of 40 hours. This makes Spectral Array very well suited for use in atriums and indoor areas near direct sunlight. This is a very generous pattern which runs full width across the roll and nearly 115 inches up the roll. Our intention is for the pattern to envelop the user in organic, colorful movement and open up the possibilities for large expanses of color and asymmetrical pattern matching on furniture. Spectral Array's pattern can be applied both off the bolt and railroaded. Spectral Array comes in 8 distinctive colorways, is bleach cleanable, and has a fluorine-free stain repellent. Welded brings the art of woven textiles to coated form using a new fused and coated TPE technology. This thermoplastic elastomer coating provides the performance characteristics of a coated fabric without sacrificing the textural appeal of the woven textile beneath it. Each color of Welded has 3 yarn colors in it and then fuses a clear coating to the surface. We developed this construction based on the layers of Earth's core, mantle, and crust, emulating the composition of Earth from the inside out. This technique creates a color and weave effect where alternating contrasting colors work together to achieve a dimensional effect. Welded is ink and stain resistant, wipeable, bleach cleanable, complies with California 03150 VOC standards, is REACH regulation compliant, and is highly upholsterable for use in high performance areas such as healthcare, education, and workplace. Lastly, we have Graviton. This is our multi-purpose textile that is comprised of 100% recycled cationic and dispersed polyester fibers with a sustainable fiber and yarn spinning technology that emulates the textures of nature. A larger scale version of its cousin complex, Graviton, has a variegated and textural linen-like surface effect only previously achievable using partially recycled polyester fibers. The tactile surface is created when cationic and dispersed fibers are bundled parallel to one another and tacked together at longer than usual intervals, allowing the yarn to roll and twist on itself during weaving, just like complex. When woven into graze goods and cross-dyed, the light and dark component colors seem to appear and disappear at random, emulating linen's natural texture. The result is an organic variegated surface that amps up color and brings in tactility on the surfaces of upholstery, wrapped walls, panels, and screens. Graviton comes in 16 colors and has superior abrasion resistance. So as you can see, everything we do is connected by a common thread, what we refer to as our unified field. We start with large-scale patterns as an anchor point, in this case spectral array, and use the textures and smaller scale patterns in this grouping to create a holistic color scheme. From the past up to the present, everything works together, even with our vertical fabrics as well. And as always, if you have any questions, please visit luumtextiles.com to find your local rep and order samples anytime.